Hello.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, again, welcome to Short, Sweet, and Petty Podcast, episode number 7. Yay. We do it differently
Seven.
too. We do the two. Always different. Yes. Okay. Episode
Okay.
number 7.
Yeah,
So, we just finished watching the World Cup. What an
yes,
exciting game.
that
Let
was
me
really
just
good.
say, yes, I have enjoyed watching football, and I'm using the correct terminology, people.
Football.
I'm watching football, and now I feel like I need to start like paying attention to like professional football, like on a bigger scale. So it's kind of won me over. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. So
You're
I was asking the boys,
welcome.
like, yes, thank you so much. They were saying, oh, well, there's La Liga, and then there's the Premier League, and then there's the Championship League. I'm like, oh my God. And you need to tell me who's in what and when, where, and how. So I'm
Yeah.
going to start paying attention to football.
Well, go you. Welcome to
That's
the Football Familia.
Yes, and then that will help me when I watch nephew number 2 play. I'll actually know what the hell's going on. So,
Well, I mean, it might take a while. So, 'cause
oh
I've
yeah,
been
no, don't get me wrong. It will take a while, but I will have more of an awareness of what's
yes,
going on.
because I've been
So,
watching soccer since it's been a long time. Like
it's
I
been a long
started
time.
watching it when like the women's team started getting really good.
Same. Yeah.
But I started watching it for real, like,
Mm-hmm.
what year was that? Like 2016-ish,
Mm-hmm.
2017.
That sounds right.
So, and I'm still, like I can see offsides now, but it
I
took
can
like
too.
15 years or
Okay.
10 years of like, ooh, now I
Yeah.
can like correctly call it in real time versus before I'd be like,
Okay.
what? Wait, when? What?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
And that's a really tricky thing in offsides for soccer because like you're already running and your momentum, like, because that's what I was asking Aiden. I was like, well, what if you're not looking in your periphery because your focus is, I need to get this ball in the goal, and you don't realize, I mean, I'm sure at some point they realize, but what if it's like neck and neck and neck and neck and, and like, how do you know, like, how do I pull back? But if I pull back, then like, I'm not going to get the goal. That's like very cerebral, and that's going to take some time for me to
Takes a
figure
lot
that
of
out.
concentration. I mean, not that I know I didn't play, but I was on the soccer
Yeah.
team for 2 days in 10th grade. And it was like too much
I didn't
running.
know that. Why do I not know that?
Well, no, because like my friend was on the team and she's like, oh, you should just come. Like, you're athletic. Like, you can like jump, you'll be fine. And I was like, all right. And I went to like 2 days and it was like all that you have to run like around the
Yeah,
field, like however many
yeah.
times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah, no,
I
that's a
don't,
no for me, dog.
want to.
I see, and you talk to your sister, and you've known her whole life, and that was a piece of information that I did not know. So
Yes, I was a soccer player for 2 days.
for 2 whole days, you go, girl, you do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I saw when I dropped Mark off to do his soccer training the other day, there was like this
Mm-hmm.
old people soccer training session. It was
Okay.
like, I mean, I don't know how old they were. There were a lot of people gray, like totally gray hair, and they had like
Mm-hmm.
you could tell they were wearing the shin guards, like not the little like slip on ones,
Not the
but like
little
the
insert like
wide,
the old
like
school one.
straps.
Yeah, like the wraps around.
You
Yeah,
could
yeah,
see
yeah.
like, and they were out there and they were like practicing headers and they were doing like little cone drills. And I was like, I need to find
I
out
need to join
what
them.
that club is and maybe I should join that club because it looked like all levels, but it seemed very basic because they were like doing
Right.
like little cone drills that like 5-year-olds do. That's my speed. I could do that.
I always fantasize about being in some type of adult league
Yes.
because when you're like a competitive person, and also for me, just being competitive with myself, but like wanting to like prove to myself that I can do it. So I always fantasize like I want to be an adult league. Like I did master swimming for like a little bit when I still lived in Miami. So I'm courting, trying to see if I can squeeze that back into my life. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. So, like we start every episode, what do you got for the petty court this week?
All right, my petty grievance this week. So I had to go to the store. As you know, yesterday I was at the store. I never go to the store, but I had to go to the store to return something. I bought a bathing suit from Old Navy, like a top and a bottom. And, thank you to perimenopause. Like, I don't know my size anymore in bathing suits because body has done its little shiftage situation. So I was like, safe bet. I'm gonna get this size. Should be fine. Not a problem. And then I get home and it was a size small bottom. I swear it was like a large. Like it probably was like or like miss. I don't even know. But honestly, it was like baggy and like low rise, and it was supposed to be a high waisted like bikini bottom, and it was like low rise and baggy. So I couldn't, needless to say, and I bought this like the day before we left for San Diego. So needless to say, I couldn't bring it with me. I had to go return it. So anyway, went to Old Navy, go to return it, but it was one of those like online orders. So I ordered online, pick up in the store. I go to return it or like exchange it, and they don't have my size to exchange it. And so she's like, "Oh, well, I'll just return it for you, and then we can see if we have it online, and I'll buy you a new one. They'll ship it to your house for free." I was like, "Perfect." So we do the whole transaction. Then she goes, "Okay, we're going to charge you." And it's like even cheaper now. It's like $8 for the bottom. I'm like, "Okay, I'm getting off really easy here." So I got to charge the $8, and I give my Amex, and she's like, "Huh, that's not working." And then she's like, "Please tap again." So I like tap it again. And she's like, "That's not working. Are you sure? Do you have another card?" And so
I don't like that.
Right. So like my petty grievance is when people are like, "Ooh, brokie.
Are you sure that you have money?
Like brokie, like you came into here to buy this $8 bathing suit and you can't even afford that. You're brokie ass."
You can't, yeah. Is this one of those prepaid Amex cards, like a gift card or something?
Like, is this a debit card? Did you like spend all your money? Yeah. So my petty grievance is people like sometimes there are little mishaps, and I know it's a mishap because I went next door to Dick's to buy Markham medicine ball, and Amex worked just fine. And also, I know my Amex works because the bill gets paid every month and we paid off every month. So like, I don't even have a balance. There's no balance on this card. My card works. I'm probably a brokie because I spend too much money, but the bill gets paid. Do not judge me and like do your like, "Oh, bro." Like don't like just be chill about it. Like sometimes the cards just don't swipe correctly, and instead of being like, "Oh, brokie," just be like, "Oh, you know what? It's probably a problem on our end. Like maybe just use another card because like the Amex is working." Like, just be chill about it and don't go accusing me and like showing me pity that I don't need. I don't need your pity. I can pay my bills and buy this $8 bathing suit from Old Navy.
Well, I think just to add to that, like, I wish the tapping scenario was universal for every single location. Because my thing is the little keypad either has it on the little left side there, or some you have to tap the screen. So and then is it like this, or do I have to put the card like this? So the tapping thing is not universal and that's somewhat happened to me too. And so I'm just like, oh, well, I can still swipe it and swipe it goes through. So like, I need the tapping industry to like,
always put it on like the right side.
Yeah, like on the right side because the left feels weird.
Or always have it on the bottom near the keypad, but you're always like, where do I swipe? Where do I swipe? And if you don't hold it long enough, or you hold it too long, like it's just a disaster.
Or you tap too fast because you think, oh, it's captured it, and then you take it away, but then it doesn't work. So then you tap again, and you feel like, and I think what happens is like it taps too. If you tap too much, then the credit card company thinks like, no, somebody stole your card. So
happening. Yes.
Yeah. So I get it's for our protection, but in the same regard, like there needs to be something better instilled to be like, so it doesn't make us look like we're trying to steal an $8 to return a stolen $8 bathing suit to use a American Express card. So because they don't have a balance. Membership has its privileges. You have to pay the whole thing off. So it's not like I have a balance. So like, I can co-sign on that one. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Don't make me feel more broke. I mean, I have my brokey tendencies that I spend too much, but like, I don't need you to judge and like make me feel poor. you know? I won't do
I can self-sabotage and do that to myself. I
right,
don't need externally for you to people to
right.
judge me when I can judge myself in my brokie
Exactly.
status. Thank you very
Stop
much.
it, retail people.
Get
Yeah.
it together, folks.
All right. So what's your petty grievance this week?
Okay, so like I used to travel a lot on the interstate to work. You know this. You and I both traveled to work, 45-minute drive. So, and those that are from Florida or have been to Florida, you know, it's I-4, takes you to Orlando. I used to work like the next county over from where I live. So went to the doctors because I still have my doctors close to where I used to work because I want to stick with that. Anyway, driving home, and I just happened to like look over to my right, and there is a I can see inside the car that somebody has their feet up on the dashboard. And I don't like that. And it reminded me that I don't like that. I haven't seen it in a while because I haven't been to work since February, but the feet, and like bare feet, not like you have shoes on. I don't know which worse. I think they're both equally disgusting. But like, can we not drive reclined back with our feet up on the dashboard?
Wait, is this the drive? This is the
No,
passenger?
this is the passenger because I can
Okay.
see, because it's,
Okay.
my when I used to have a higher vehicle, I could see,
Yeah.
but I could still see crossover. All I see is feet.
Yeah.
And
Well, let
then
me like go you one worse because
okay.
I have soccer players and
Mm,
volleyball player that I live with. And these individuals that I have created are, on the taller side of people, taller than average people. And so when after their respective sport, they don't have their shoes on. They
right.
in the car and they just have like slides or whatever, Crocs, whatever they used to wear, Ugg slippers. And then they take their feet out of the shoe that they're wearing and then they
Hmm.
prop it up on the dash. But because they're long legged individuals, their feet like touch the windshield. And then because they were doing a sport, they might have like a little sweat action happening on the top. And
Oh.
then they leave like foot wetness on the
On the
windshield.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Well, I did it. This is the second thing I've learned that I did not know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then you get
Mm.
like, and you know how sometimes like when people like do that, like like on the like humidity on the
Yeah,
window
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, you
On the
get like a
condensation, yeah.
permanent, yeah, you get a permanent like toad. Mm, no, I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah.
that. I'm with you. That's not good.
Mm-mm. I
Yeah.
don't like
Put
it. I
your
don't want
feet
to see
down.
feet.
Put your feet
But
down.
put your feet down. I mean, we know you're tall. We know you're taller than us. We understand that. You married a giant and you made giant babies. So, like, but yeah, no, no feet. But you know what's even worse than that, which I haven't seen in a long time, but since we're getting ready to leave for vacation and we're going to be on the interstate for a bit, it's the ones that hang the feet out of the window when the window's open. Have you
Yeah.
seen that? Yeah.
I've seen that and I've seen drivers do it. So that makes it even worse because you've got
Oh,
one
yeah.
foot out your window and then you're like
And
driving with your right foot. But aren't you
mm-mm,
afraid like something might hit your foot and then you lose
I
a foot?
know.
Like, why is your foot
Yeah.
out the window? Like,
Yeah, I don't get that. So
mm,
like I just don't want to see your feet. Like I don't have a feet problem. I know you don't love feet,
I don't
but
know.
like I don't want to see feet. I think that's just that's just gross.
I'm not
Like
a fan of feet. I'm
she
really,
doesn't like
I
feet.
don't like feet at all.
She's not a feet. She's not phobic. She just doesn't
No,
like
like I
it.
don't want to see your feet, touch your feet. Like your feet don't need to like touch me and stuff.
She had a phrase. Do you remember your phrase?
What
What
was
she used
my
to call
phrase?
feet?
What's that?
Fofo feet.
Fofo
Fofo
feet. Yeah, I
feet.
don't do
Hmm.
fofo feet because they are
Don't I
fofo.
don't mess with your fofo feet. I
Yeah,
just
so
had a phrase.
people should just put their feet on the floor. And I'm going to tell you something like taller people, long leg people, like your feet touch the
Hmm.
ground. So there's no
Nothing.
excuse. Like
There's no
my feet
reason.
don't touch the ground. Like I have to
Thank
sit
you.
crisscross applesauce a little bit when in certain cars, like
Oh yeah.
because I'm short and it's not
Yeah.
comfy. But like I have like a, shortness situation. I'm short in stature, but I put my feet where they go. Like they don't get seen by passengers and other cars, drivers of other cars. Like no one like needs to see my feet, so they
I
don't.
think horrible things when I see that too. So I just don't want to. No. Mm-mm.
Nobody wants to see that, guys. Put your dogs away. Put the
Put the
dogs.
dogs away, let them relax, turn on the air conditioning so you can get it at your feet so they can feel the sensation of whatever it is that you need. But like the rest of us don't want to see your feet. I don't care how well, and 9 times out of 10, they're not even
Well,
like
usually someone
painted.
who doesn't care about having their feet all out in the open like that probably doesn't care about like getting a nice pedicure or spa pedicure.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm
So,
good. I'm
yep,
good.
I'm
Thanks.
with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, what do you think that you would rate your grievance?
I like mine is like actually like really petty. It's not that big of a deal. Like there was no harm, no foul because like I know the truth. Like I have broken tendencies, but I still pay my bills. So I think it's really just me being like a little big baby. So I'll just say it's like a 4.5. This is not that big of a deal. And like there nobody heard it. Like I wasn't like embarrassed. And I don't actually get embarrassed, but I just, yeah, so 4.5. It's not that.
Okay.
I'm just being
Okay.
petty. Yeah.
Well, hey, welcome. I mean,
Yeah.
safe space.
Yeah.
I would say I would say four, only
Yeah.
because it was like an $8 bathing suit for
Right.
one. I
Yeah.
mean, I do have some issues with the whole like tapping thing because that's happened to me before. I I sometimes get embarrassed because I'm already in my head thinking like, oh, these people think like I don't have any money or whatever. So I kind of get in my head a little bit, but worse things can happen. Now, if it was on like a big purchase, I probably this would have been like a higher
Right. If I
rating,
was in like
right?
Louis Vuitton or like Tiffany or
Right.
something, I'd be like,
And
oh
be
my
like,
God,
ooh.
I'm not broke, I swear. But it was Old Navy.
They're like, are
Not wear
you? Are you
bottom.
sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Help me, I'm
Yeah. So
poor.
I
Yeah.
know. Help me, I'm poor. Can I have this Louis Vuitton,
Yeah.
please? So yeah, I'm gonna give it a four.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a four. Okay.
Yep.
All right. What about mine? Feet game.
I mean, okay, it's definitely higher than being made to feel like a brokie in Old Navy. Let me see. It's also really gross. I hate feet. For me, but in the grand scheme of things, like nobody was actually harmed.
Right.
Harmed, like your eyes might have been harmed a little
I was gonna
bit.
say
Not
visually, I
cool. Like
feel
I'm
yes
mad that you
offended.
probably have that visual in your head for a little bit after that happened to you. But I'm still
Mm-hmm.
gonna say, in the grand scheme of things, like this is like a 6. It's not,
Yeah, that's
you'll be fine. We'll be
yeah.
fine when we see people's nasty feet. Probably. Like you've seen
Yeah.
grosser things in your line of work, former line of work, like we talked
Ooh.
about before. And that's a whole other like
Yes.
episode
That's a
topic.
whole
It's
yeah. That's a
nasty. Like
whole other
you
topic.
see some nasty things. So
We might we
I'm sure
might
those
we
things
might
weren't anything like those nasty things that you know what I'm talking about that you have seen. So
if we ever talk about that, which we probably would never, but like we would
yeah,
probably lose like listeners just for that.
yeah.
We're trying to gain listeners, so we're
Mhm.
not gonna. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I have seen grosser things in my profession. I don't have a problem with feet. I just don't want to see them up on the dashboard, particularly when I'm driving. And if I just happen, minding maybe if I just mind my business, I wouldn't see it. But I'm
That's
always
true.
like, la la la, the squirrels in my brain because you're in a car. So I'm paying attention, but I'm also like, okay. So I'm gonna give mine because it's just again just being petty. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal. So
All right. Can I interrupt real quick since you just said squirrel? 'Cause
absolutely,
I had like an
absolutely.
incident this morning with a squirrel. And I know like
That's my.
we
Those are
both
my
hate squirrels.
people. Be
Well, I don't
nice.
know, but like, but I know you also hate squirrels because they can't like they're like, what would you
But that's what my brain is doing. So
yeah,
that's why I've come to terms
you
with
embrace
like
them
that's
and
who I
you love
am.
them.
Yeah, it's like
Okay. Well, I
yeah.
accidentally had an incident with one of your own, and I definitely like heard it. I did not intend to. Like I was picking Mark up. He has his summer workout he has to do, and
Mm-hmm.
so I went to go pick him up from that and come home. And in my neighborhood, like the squirrels are like very like prolific. They're always out and they're very spastic. They just run out in the street and like I'm always like swerving to not hit them. But today I saw this one coming. It's like I see it like, I don't know how many 100
Mm-hmm.
feet in front of me. I'm like, And I'm yelling. I'm like, don't get in the street. Don't get in the street.
I'm
Like, no.
driving.
And then he or she runs in the street anyway, even though I said don't run in the street. So I like swerve to the left to avoid the squirrel, but the squirrel kept running like at full speed. And I slow down and like swerve, and and I go boom. And like, I think it got stuck under a little bit on my wheel. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
And I look up, and he's just like, he or she's like in the street, like not dead, but just like, and then I see it like kind of like limping. So I took out its foot or leg. I feel very terrible. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And then it was kind of just like, Mark's like, it's dead. It just passed out. I'm like, it didn't pass out. I just saw it walking. I didn't kill the squirrel. And then I saw it like kind of like,
Oh, no.
so I definitely like might have smushed it. Maybe I tore its ACL. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I felt so bad because I'm always trying to swerve and avoid them. But this one was like determined to like cross this street. And I slowed down and I swerved, and it still got hit. Terrible.
That's so sad. Oh
Sorry.
no.
Sorry.
One
I hurt
of my
one of your
people.
face.
You heard one of my people. But that's like that's unlike the squirrel. Well, here, same. But like I've told you before, and you know because you went to school in Michigan, when you see when you see the squirrels on campus at Michigan State, they're humongous there, right? Because obviously they have to prepare for winter and stuff like that. But they're domesticated.
Yep.
And they come
They're
towards
people. They're like, hey girl.
Hey girl. And I was like, oh, look at the squirrel. And then yeah. And then I was like, oh, and I start backing away, and it starts coming towards me. And I'm like, oh, no.
No.
Like, we can be family at a distance. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, here, I'm going to leave it right here. And like,
right
now,
here. And I'm going to go away.
Yes.
Yeah. So, oh, poor squirrels.
I know. I felt
I'm so sad.
Because like, I really do try like not to hit. They're very spastic, and they're always running into the street. And I try like not to hit them. And I'm so sorry. My bad.
Well, they used to, yeah, well, because they're spastic, and then it's like that Geico commercial where they step up and they high five each other because they got another one. So, so, all righty.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're done with Squirrel Gate. What kind of tea do you have for us today?
All right. Well, this is a sweet topic, so this is good. It's more of a hot take that I'm going to have.
Got it.
I think, you and I probably agree on this hot take, but I thought of it because I just had a smoothie yesterday, and it's the whole like Tropical Smoothie Cafe versus Smoothie King. And my hot take is that Smoothie King is supreme. It is like the king of the smoothie jungle. And I don't know about Tropical Smoothie, but I don't know. It's not my favorite anymore. Like I used to love it, but now I'm team Smoothie King. And Smoothie King has the superior strawberry banana smoothie that I love. It's delicious. Angel Food Slim, if you need to know. Very delicious, very tasty.
Yes.
I don't know what they put in it, but it tastes like delicious.
Angel dust. Dust.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Like I can't remember what I used to get at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, but I'm pretty basic. Like when I get a smoothie, I just want strawberries, bananas, and like maybe one other fruit. But that's it. Like, I don't want like all these different things. And I just want it to be like a pink color and taste like banana, strawberry. And, that's it. Very basic, very basic. Like I don't want any other flavors.
I agree.
I just want Smoothie King from now on.
Well, we both found out that we like the same smoothie.
Yes.
The same exact one. There was Aiden likes tropical smoothie because he likes the blimey limey at Tropical Smoothie. So I went with him one time, and I got like something similar, like the strawberry banana. There might have been something maybe it was
it's called Paradise Point because that's what I used to get.
Okay,
strawberry banana and like pineapple, I think.
Yeah, and I got something strawberry, but like blueberry, and I don't know whatever it was. It wasn't good. So I even tried a blimey limey. I went one more time, and this was probably within the last month. No, Smoothie King reigns supreme in terms of the smoothies. And you and I talked about like cracking the code of how to make them at home. Yeah. So I like it thick. I don't like it fluffy. Like there's too much air in it, so it gets fluffy. I want it thick, and I want it fruity. I don't really gravitate towards like chocolate, like
Mm-mm.
peanut, but like I just don't do
No.
that normally. I want fruit smoothies only.
Yes.
And I want it to be thick, like I'm getting, like I'm having to use all of these muscles to squeeze it out of the straw.
Yes.
That's a good
Got to
smoothie.
be
So
the
to
right
me,
consistency.
yes.
Yeah, I don't like it when they get watery, like, because I'm always like,
No, like you,
then I get like
mm-mm.
brain fever, like, oh, that hurts so
Yeah.
good. But like, I want it to be thick. I mean, I don't want it so thick that I'm going to get a brain aneurysm, like trying to drink it,
Right.
but it's got to be
Sure.
like the perfect consistency. And Smoothie King does it like perfectly every time. Doesn't matter like
Okay.
which one I go to. And, I tried
That's
Tropical
true.
Smoothie. I've gone to different ones. I thought maybe it was just my
Hmm.
local one because sometimes places like fall off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I've gone to like multiple different ones, and the one that I used to get, it's just not hitting anymore. It's like too sweet. I get it with like
Mm,
the Splenda, and it's too sweet. Like I just
mm.
Smoothie King, Smoothie King.
Smoothie King, and not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us, that's great
I'll
too,
take
because
it, or
we'll
you could
take
just give me
it.
like a free smoothie.
Free
I
smoothie like once a month for an
would, yeah.
episode. I mean, you know what's, help us, whatever.
Instead of like
We're
my
open to anything, Smoothie King.
this cup, I'll drink my Smoothie King.
Like that. Exactly. Well, yeah, I agree with you on that. I
Yep.
like that hot take.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, I went down a rabbit hole on this
Uh
one.
oh. Oh.
Lovely threads. If you guys are not on threads, you are missing out.
It's
First and foremost,
delightful. It's
it
delightful.
is so delightful. I think we talked about this before. Somebody says something, there's always a quick rebuttal, and then you could spend the whole day just reading the feed. It's just so lovely there. So Instagram is great because I think you can control your algorithm, and I feel like this is, obviously it's a meta platform as well, so it's very similar. But this just feels so much better than any other social platform. Okay, there, I
Yes.
said it. Just happened to open up. I follow a lot of book threads and stuff like that. Did you know that Steel Magnolia, the movie,
Oh, I know what you're going. Yes.
is a
Yeah.
true
I
story?
I just saw that.
Oh my
I
God! So we both saw it on Thread.
I
So
think I
I
did.
went. Yes,
I
I
went
went
down the same
down.
rabbit hole.
Oh my God! It was
Was it like
so.
3 nights ago or something? I was like up until
I
like
I
12:30, like looking up the guy, the brother, and like
Yes. Oh my
yes,
God. We are so connected on this. Okay.
yes,
So we'll just let everybody know here. So it was a play that was written by, I wrote it down, by Robert Harling.
yes,
Okay. After the death of his sister, Susan. And it was basically his way of helping with grieving, but also to like commemorate Susan, and like to basically make it for his sister and his mother and all the women that kind of rallied around her and his family during that time.
yes,
And also because Susan's husband married 3 months after Susan passed away,
yes,
and his nephew started calling her mom or mama,
yes,
and how he didn't want Susan's memory to go away and didn't want her to not be remembered. So he wrote this play. He wrote it in 10 days when he was living in New York. Um, and everybody was named after somebody. Like, I guess it's like a southern thing. Like, I live in Florida, but like Florida's not the South. Like,
yeah,
they're from Louisiana. So and like it's a tradition, like when you do something, like to name somebody after somebody. So, and I found the name. So Malin was named after his mom's close friend from Alabama. um, Shelby, who is Susan Shelby, in the movie, or in the play in the movie, was named after his mother's cousin. Clary was an aunt from South Carolina, and then Weezer was Susan's slash Shelby's best friend. So everybody was named after a real person and basically based on a real person. But it's really funny because everybody in town thought they were Weezer.
right.
And if you've never seen Steel Magnolias, I'm shaming you because you should see this movie. Everybody loves Weezer. She's the best. But it took him 10 days to write it. It was, I guess, like an off Broadway location in New York. and then he took it to Hollywood, and people started noticing it, and they made it basically in a movie in like 3 years. And I
But
think
did you
that's
know who was supposed to be Shelby? I also read that.
yes, it
Okay.
was. It was. Hold on, let me think.
And
Hold
Meg
on.
Ryan?
It was Meg Ryan
And she was
because
doing like Sleepless
she
in
was doing
Seattle.
well.
Right?
She does
No.
no. She was doing When Harry Met Sally, and
Okay,
the
yeah.
reason she said no was because that Steel Magnolias, she would have been part of an ensemble, and this would
Right.
have been her first like actual like lead role. So she
Right.
picked good because that's
I love
another
it.
one of my favorite movies. So,
I had to buy
um,
it recently because you know how Apple like every now and then, or they always
oh
have like
yeah,
4.99 movies, and it was like a
mm-hmm.
4.99. Like,
I
why is it
love
4.99? It's so good. Yeah.
Steel Magnolias is one of my favorite movies. And I also had to look up where they're from in Louisiana because it's got that. It's like a, it's an indigenous name, but I was like, oh, so it's Natchitoches, and that's
Yes.
spelled Natchitoches, and you're like, I had to look that up. So
Yes.
Natchitoches, he's from Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Yes.
So also, Anel and Truvy. Anel just came to him. That was the Daryl Hannah character, and
Yeah.
obviously, Truvy was Dolly Parton, and he had her in mind for that part,
Yeah.
regardless. So, and the line that everybody loves from Weezer. Remember what it is? Do you
Yes.
remember that line? Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, Malin. I just been in a very bad mood for 40 years. The play. She's the lady that played her part. She's like, I need something to say because it came at her with like an aggressive line. She's like, I
Right.
need something to say, but also to break the tension.
Right.
And she came up with that line. So
Oh, that's
I
cool.
was like, yay, Threads, for taking me down that rabbit hole. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. So I hope
I
if you
go down
haven't
so
seen,
many rabbit holes. Like, I mean, I can't,
oh,
it's actually like anytime, I don't even like go down them necessarily because of Threads. It's just, I'll watch something and then I'm like, wait.
yes.
And then I have to
Wait.
like Google that person in the movie. And then it's like, oh, so
Mm-hmm.
and so is married to somebody. And then I have to like look at somebody. And then, oh, that's the daughter of whoever. And then I'm like, wait. And like, I spend like 3 hours and I'm like, I got to go to
Yes.
work tomorrow. And I'm
Okay.
like reading about like
Yes.
random 32.
Okay, so yes, so same, and also because you know how much I love Greek mythology, still do, right? So the Odyssey's out. Can't
Yep.
wait to see it. So then you start hearing the names, Odysseus and Telemachus, and you're like, oh my god, I remember that. And so then I started going down that mythology rabbit hole, and then because of the books, there's a bunch of books that have been on my list for a while. So like the Song of Achilles, Circe, that kind of there's she wrote one more, and the author wrote one more. But anyway, and then there's I Medusa, who's by another author. So there's this like all of these mythological stories that have been on my radar for a while, and so now I've just reconnected with that part of my squirrel brain, and I've gone down the rabbit hole
Yes.
again. So with that, so
Well, at least you have the time now to go.
yeah, but I used to do the same thing too when I was working. I'm like looking, and I'm like, okay, I have to go to bed because I have to get up
Yeah.
at 4. I have to get up at 4:30. I have to get ready. I have to be on the road by 6:30. And you've slept. You're going to bed at like 11 or 12, and you're like, oh, I gotta get up in like 5 hours, 4 hours, or whatever. So yeah, I got time to do rabbit holes, but my squirrel brain just won't shut off. So yes, that was
Yeah.
my fun fact. I loved that. I love
That's a
that.
good
So
feedback.
please make sure you've seen Steel Magnolia if you have not. That is your homework assignment, folks. Okay? All right.
All
So,
right.
all right. So now we have our little this and that. And I'm taking the lead this week. So,
Yes.
and I thought it would be interesting to do, because we talked about some of this stuff, but I thought it'd be interesting to do a this or that on daily habits.
Oh.
She's like, oh, she does. She's making the face. She's like, ugh. I feel like I know
bad
it.
habits. Bad
We're
habits.
we're being very personal here, and I think that the public wants to know these things.
Oh, I
So
don't
we need
know.
to
Depends on what it
answer
is.
the
They're gonna be like, ew,
questions.
she's gross. Ew.
No,
Wow.
but at least you're not putting your feet up on the dashboard. So let's like
Well,
you
they
can't
don't
be any
even
more
reach the
gross.
dashboard. Let's be honest.
Well, there you go. There's that. There's that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I already know how you're going to answer this, but this when I wrote this down, I was like, I already know she's going to answer
Well, I might
this. So
surprise you. You don't know. You
you
don't
may, but
know.
I don't
You
think
don't know everything.
I don't know. I don't know everything, but I'm pretty sure I know this one. Pretty sure. All right.
Right.
When you get up in the morning, do you make your bed or do you leave it messy?
Oh God, that's easy. I don't believe in making beds. I do not believe in making beds at
Oh, that drives me
all.
crazy.
Like the only
Oh,
time, okay, I will tell you, you know, I get my house cleaned every 2 weeks. You know, they always like make my bed. And so maybe like the first like day or two after they make my bed, like every morning I'll just like, because you know, I only sleep also, you
right.
know, I don't know, I sleep in like one spot. I don't move anymore when I sleep. I like literally like sleep like this and I stay in one spot. So
Like
when I
this,
get
like
out of bed, like all I have to do is like,
throw over on your
because it
yeah.
literally is like a little triangle, and I'm so small. I just like so then I just sit back. And I'll do that for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'm like, it's good. But I don't believe in making beds. Like when I change the sheets, I'll make the bed, and when my house gets clean every other Tuesday, my bed gets made, and then I'll do my side like every like for 3 days. That's it. But you know, I don't think you need to make your bed, people, because then I'll die
That
on this
drives me
hill. Because you're literally about to get back in your bed, like when you get home and go to bed. So why do you need to? And I'm going to tell you why. Like when I lived in a dorm, like you know, where else are you going to sit? You're going to sit in your bed. So I'm not going to have like my bed all like nice and crisp looking and then mess it up. Like it's just be messy so that I can just sit in it and like not make it. So you don't need to make your bed, guys. Like I know it makes people feel better and like control freaks have
yes.
control of your
It
like
does.
thing or whatever, but that's
It
nuts.
does.
And you don't need to like your life does not end if you have a messy bed when you walk in your room.
Are you sure? Because I don't want to test that theory.
Well, I mean, I have
I
not died and I don't
I
make
know.
bed, so I just walk in, you know, and like honestly, like I just don't even see it. Like it's just a nothing to me.
Mm,
Like I am more like what concerns me is that pile of clothes on the two chairs in my room. That is a problem. But the unmade
me
bed
too.
was like a non-factor in my life. So I'm team leave that bed messy, leave it as you left it because you're about to get back in and repeat and do the same thing the next, you know, that night. So
I
dying
like to
on
make
that
my
hill,
bed.
guys. Dying on that hill.
Okay. I'm not dying with her because I make my bed. So, and I'm surrounded by people in my house that have that same theory. So,
Which
when I wrote this
theory?
down, I was like, I already know how she's going to answer. I don't even know why I wrote it down, but here we
Wait,
are.
so and
So,
people in your house also don't like to make your bed or they think you have to make it?
no, they don't.
Right,
They don't make their beds.
because they're correct people, individuals that are very
That drives me
smart and
absolutely
highly
nutty.
evolved
No.
people
You know, highly evolved.
that are not beholden to their bed every
I'm a
night.
slave to my bed. You know what? I love hotel beds, and I
Yes,
love the way they look, and I
yes.
want my beds to
No,
look like a hotel bed. So
no,
therefore, I make my bed. I've
no.
always
You know what?
I don't
No.
remember but I do know in the college dorm I made my bed. I made my bed.
Let's get
So
you crazy.
well, yeah, but I'm sorry, we're related. I mean, you don't have any choice to be but related to me. I mean, I guess you could stop talking to me, but you
Well, I'm not
haven't
going to
yet.
stop
So
talking
here
to
we
you
are.
over the made or unmade bed situation. That would be very petty and dumb.
Okay, so we know how she feels about making the bed. All right, so with in regard to the dishes,
Oh.
and before we go to bed, do we leave them in the sink or do we put them in the dishwasher?
Um. Okay, it depends. Okay, so you know,
Okay.
I have 3 dishwashers in my house, guys,
Well,
and
she's a family of six, though.
yeah, we have
So to
6, and
be,
one of them's in the
yeah.
basement, so like that one barely gets used because I don't even go in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I go down there, and there's like 5,000, all the cups that are not upstairs are all downstairs. So every time I
Of
go down
course.
there, I put the cups in the dishwasher down there and run it. Um, but yes, I have 2 dishwashers, and so one of them is not working right now, and that's like a whole other issue right now. But when both are operating correctly, the only thing I try to leave in the sink is like if it's a pot that needs to soak. But if
Yes.
there's 2 dishwashers, there should be like some place to put. all the dirty dishes. Now my family does not like to always participate in putting dishes into the dishwasher. My family thinks that like this motion, opening the dishwasher, is difficult. And like they're like, we don't know if the dishes are clean or dirty. And I'm like, well, if you just like this motion, like
Yeah.
pull, you can like whatever.
You
Like
can
I can't
discover.
see through. I don't have X-ray vision. I'm not Superman or Supergirl or whatever, Superwoman. I mean, I am Superwoman because I do a lot,
Yes,
but
you
like I
are.
don't
That's
have
right.
like X-rays coming out of my lasers coming out of my eyes. Like I can't see. I just open it. This motion, guys. It's very, you know. So they don't, there's always dishes in the sink, but I won't leave my dishes in the sink. If somebody leaves a dish after I go to bed, that's their business. But then, of
That's on
course,
them, right?
every morning I have to, but I prefer the only things to leave in the sink are like pots that need to soak, unless I have two dishwashers. If I've had to run both of them and they're still in the process of washing, like I obviously am not going to wash like a lot of stuff, but like I don't like to leave like a sink like totally full. So I do my best to not
Got
leave
it.
like, stuff in
Okay.
that night.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's fair because, like, with the cooking, I'm the cleanup crew in my house. So,
Yeah.
if there's something that, Miguel cooks with that I have to let soak,
Yeah.
So I get it. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna jump back to the bed just for a second. Okay. So we know you don't make the bed. Do you sleep with a top sheet or do you just do a comforter and the fitted sheet?
I have both, and I usually get under
Uh-huh.
the whatchamacallit, the top sheet. I get under it. When I was
Okay.
having my like night sweat situation that has like it's not a problem anymore. Like there was like a
Shh, we
stop.
don't want to bring it about.
Well, we don't, but and like the crazy thing is, like I was having like night sweats for like years, and I was like, I think I'm going crazy. I had no idea. Like it started like right after I had Gavin, so I was 37, and it happened like for a full like I don't know how many years until I like realized like, oh, that's just perimenopause that I was in apparently for 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in it, so many years. So when I was going through that situation, like I didn't sleep with anything. Like I just kind of like rolled over with nothing because I was like, oh. But I prefer like when I sleep, like I don't like being hot. When I sleep, I like being
Mm-hmm.
cold. I like it to be cold and then I like snuggle because like again, I sleep on one side and I don't move. I sleep like this,
Right.
like in a little ball. But I like to be like nice and cozy and snug. So all
Okay.
like the sheet and the comforter.
All right. Well, we are a house of no flat sheet. I can't tell you. I don't know how that started.
Oh,
I don't know who started it, but it's fitted sheet and comforter. Or there, I like now because I make my bed. I make because I make my bed.
what are you even
Um,
making? All there is a comforter.
well, there's a blanket now. There's a blanket between the comforter because it's so pretty. Because like when you go to hotels, there's a blanket and a comforter, and so yeah. So it's
That's
really
a
just
lot of
pulling them.
work. That sounds like a lot of
It's
work.
not a lot of work. It's easy. It's just you pull it all together, and it's very pretty. I'm gonna post a picture of my bed so y'all
Let
can
me
see how
do
pretty
that.
it
And
looks
I'm gonna
too.
post a picture of my bed and you can
I need you to
decide,
post a
guys.
picture of your bed, and then we'll do side by side and be like, "Are you Team Angie or Team Mo?"
Right.
Huh?
I bet you
So,
most people
so
are
no,
like,
I don't.
but
Most people are going to be like, "Yeah,
yeah.
you're crazy. Like, I don't even know what's wrong with you, Angie." But no, for some reason, we went from like you buy the set, like you buy the set with for your kids. I don't know how we went from buying the full set to now just buying a fitted sheet and a comforter.
They sell
So,
a fitted sheet and a comforter. What about
well, no, I mean not as a set. I mean like okay, like I'm just buying the fitted sheets, the pillowcases that go with the fitted sheet, and then whatever comforter. My comforter, I use a duvet cover, so that's what changes it up. But if I choose to, but there's no flat sheet at
that's
all.
strange? Okay.
We're strange.
I have no
We're
words
strange.
for that. I have no response to that.
I have no words for you, Angie. Y'all are just crazy. So
That's
yeah,
that.
I don't know what to
That
tell you.
would like mom is like that. That's that. What did you say? That's different. That's interesting.
That's different. That's
That's
interesting.
different.
And you'd be like, you can just say, I love that journey for you.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the alarm. Do we hit the snooze button one, two, three, five times, or do we just get up immediately when the alarm goes off? And it doesn't matter work, play, whatever. Just when we're having to use an alarm, what do we do?
Well, I don't know if you saw, I posted on a story. I said, like, I set multiple alarms, like one for the person I want to be and one for the person I actually am.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
basically the answer to the question. Like, if somebody is going to be giving me a ride, I don't pull my shenanigans, like my normal nonsense. Like when the alarm goes off, I get up and I go to bed. Like I can do it, I just don't want to. So I choose to like snooze. And Peter gets so mad because like I set the
Mm.
alarm probably like half an hour to 45 minutes before I need to be awake because I know I'm going to do my shenanigans. And like I have the snooze set for 9 minutes. So it's like it goes off every 9 minutes. So it might
Right.
go off
Right.
for like, it's long. So I guess it's like like 36 minutes. So I set it.
Shit.
Like I have like a 36 window grace period. And also when I use my alarm, I don't like being awakened to an alarm. So I always wake up
Mm.
before the alarm actually goes off. So I'm already like half awake when the alarm goes off, but then I'll hit the snooze and I'll probably do it like 3 or 4 times before I actually like get up. Now, it has been exacerbated by like having to work in an office again after like 13 years of not working in an office every day. So I use that time to like rethink my life choices or just like convince myself like you need to get up and you need to go to that office today. So it's not, I mean, I won't blame returning to the office because this shenanigans like was happening like years
Before
before.
then,
Like
yeah.
when I would like roll out of bed and like come to my home office to work, I still was like snooze, 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 3, 4 times. So yeah, I
So
will.
you're a snooze, snooze warrior, snooze button
Unless I
warrior.
have to
That's
like get a ride with somebody, then I
yeah.
show them respect. And I like when I was carpooling, when I first had to start going back into the office, I was carpooling with somebody and I had to meet him at 5 a.m. And so I did not pull my shit. I just got up,
Yeah.
brushed my teeth, like made my coffee, packed my lunch, and like left on time, like every single morning, not a problem. So it can be done. I just don't want to. And that's it.
Amen, sister.
Yeah. I don't have to,
I can
and
do
nobody
it.
can
I
make
don't
me.
have to, and I'm not doing it, and you can't make me. So
Yep.
the end.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I have two more for you.
Okay.
Okay, this is in regards to laundry, and if you guys saw like our day in the life, basically, she was like doing laundry a lot that day.
Still
So
doing it. Still doing it.
still doing it. So okay, so when we do the laundry, do we fold it and put it away, or do we just throw it in the basket and get back to it like when I get back to it?
It really depends. Like, you know how like people like angry clean? Like sometimes I like angry clean. So like if I'm in like a state, like I'll
Ooh,
fold it and put it away. Like that'll take that. Like whoever I'm mad at.
girl, I'll have the cleanest house in America if I'm pissed. That's how
Yeah.
my kitchen got redone, all the cabinets, because I was pissed off. I rage clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I'm in a
Okay.
state of anger or just, like someone's
Mm,
gonna die, like I
yeah,
will
like you're working on
start and finish the laundry, like it will all get put away and everything. But if I'm just like my normal, like pretty mellow self,
it.
I
Right.
will possibly not put it away exactly after I fold it. I'm like learning, I think I have like some like light OCDs. Like when I'm doing laundry, I don't like, especially with the kids, like I don't like mixing my kids' laundry. It like causes me like a lot of anxiety and it like is part of why I can't ever finish laundry. Like I don't like their clothes mixed together. And then when I'm folding clothes, I like all the shirts to be in a pile and all the shorts to be in a pile and all the like underwear and socks in a different pile. And then I'll fold all the shirts, fold all the socks, fold all the underwear and
Oh
socks.
wow.
And I
Okay.
don't like things like it actually like makes me feel like I don't know, like I don't like to throw
In
around like
control.
anxiety. Like I don't have anxiety, but like I'm
Mm.
like, oh, and then I just won't do it. And then it'll just sit there because like I can't. And then like the sock situation, like this is very bad. This is like outing myself as just being like super, super wasteful. But I often just buy new socks and underwear than like match them, or but not the underwear, but like socks. I'll just
The
buy new socks
socks.
rather than match them, because like the black ones and gray ones and white ones are all mixed together, and I'm like, I can't deal with that. So I
Right.
have like a lot of like I have like a full basket of just like socks that are like,
Mm,
and I can't handle it. So
mm-mm.
yeah, I have like
Yeah,
a lot
after
of
I,
it's because I was doing laundry for so many people for so
well,
long.
right. Yeah, you have again, a family, you're a family of six. That's a lot of laundry. And you have kids that have activities too.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of laundry with that as well. I
yeah,
didn't like, I can feel you on that when I was doing everybody's laundry, but then when everybody started like doing their own, and I'm going to say that like every year when Julian was like in elementary school and he started getting older, it's like every summer we would get a new chore and something learned to learn. And whatever summer that was, I think it was like fifth grade going into sixth grade, we're going to learn to do laundry.
yeah.
And so he started doing his laundry in, sixth grade. And then the other one was like, well, I want to learn too. And I was like, buddy, let's go. Cause they're 6 years apart. So at six, let's learn it. Let's do some laundry. So, but you still got to stay on top of them, anything. And I get you with the socks, like socks are gross. Like they wear them out. Like they never match because they don't make it into the hamper at the same time. So yeah, I would totally understand why you would want to just throw them away and start all over again.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't even throw them away. I just have a big basket full of like that's like the lost
oh
lots of
I thought you meant like throw. Okay,
lost
okay.
clothes and
Because I would
socks.
literally just yeah, if I had like a mountain like that, I would just be like, you know what, we're just gonna get new socks. We're just gonna start over then.
So I
Okay.
don't know, every like however many months, like I just buy, and I do this with sheets too. This is also a problem. Like I, because the kids' rooms are upstairs, mine's downstairs. Like I don't know what's happening
Mm-hmm.
up there, but like the sheet situation, like they need to change her sheets. If I can't find the top sheet or like the matching like pillowcases, like I'll just like go on Amazon, buy like a $20 set and
New
then
sheets,
have a
yeah.
new set. So I have like a lot of like sheets now,
Sheet
because
sets.
eventually they like make their way back to where they're supposed to be. But I don't have
Mm-hmm.
time for all that like drama, like finding pillowcases. So just buy a new.
Yeah, we're
It's
good. Yeah,
terrible.
I
Sorry, guys. That's actually, I'm not sorry. It's my
no, you're
life.
not sorry. We're not apologizing here. This is who we are. No, no, we're not apologizing. All right, last one, and I know this is probably one of your favorite. When you make lists, because we know if you don't know, my sister loves to make a list.
I literally
Okay.
have like a list right now. I'm going to show you. I've been, Peter was like fun of me because, Jolie's like applying to college, and he's like, how many lists are you going to make for like her to apply?
A
Like,
lot.
you don't need, and I'm like, well, I have another one.
I
So
have another list,
I
so
go, you
shut up
can't
and
really,
leave me alone.
but like I'm doing like each school and like, cause there's like different requirements. He's like, don't you already have that? I'm like, don't worry about like, I'm not asking you to write the list. Like I'm writing the
Yeah,
list. Like, but
lists
yes,
are lovely.
but yes,
Okay,
sorry.
so then do you prefer to? Well, my question was, and I think you've already answered it. Do you like to do it on paper, or do you like to do it like on your phone, like you have the notes tab on your phone? But
I mean, I prefer to do it on paper, but if I'm not, so I have my nice 5-star notebook here. But I also have like a couple of notebooks, but sometimes I have like 3 different ones I write in. But if one of the
mm,
3 is not with me at that time, I will use the note in my phone. But I prefer to write stuff on paper because um I don't know why. It's like a control. Like I don't know. I feel like I need to remember stuff too. And like if I remember what's on the list,
right.
or if I write it down, I'll remember it better. If it's on like if it's electronic, I feel like I don't remember it as well. If I
But
write on
also yeah, we're also of a generation where this was not available to us initially when we were,
yes.
writing things down. I like stationery. So
Yep.
give me a good notebook, let me have a
Yep.
pen.
Yep.
I'll write my list all day long because I
Yeah.
love to write.
I'm also going to
So,
tell you like part of it for me, I was telling my coworker this the other day, like part of it's like a thing I do with my brain to make sure my brain's still working. And it's like how I'm signaling to others. Like if I am not doing certain things, you might need to like sign me up for memory care. Like, and it's so sad. But I literally like we were talking about like math or whatever, and like I do, or maybe I was talking with you. I know I was talking to you about it. I don't know who I was talking to because I talk all the time. But I do math all the time. Like in
mhm.
addition to my list, I'm always like calculating stuff, but I have to do it like, well, I do it in my head, but I also like write it down. So I like to write stuff down in my nice notebook.
That's because you're keeping your
Yeah.
brain sharp.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so if I don't continue to do the math in my head and on paper, like you will know that I need memory care like immediately. If I lose the ability to do the math in my head and on paper, call for
Well,
help.
we
Yes.
well we won't know, like, and that's a whole nother topic,
Yes.
but we've shared, both of us, never on this podcast, but most that know us know that our dad has Alzheimer's. And so one of the key things that you see in somebody that's starting to have cognition issues is that there's always lists around everywhere. Like they're writing stuff down, but then they've forgotten that, and then the mind goes away, but then it's like, oh, let me write this down. So we've started finding notes all over the place. That's kind of like one of the things. But anyway,
Yeah.
so for you, we won't have to worry about that. It's when you stop making the list. So you're
Right.
going to be the opposite.
Right.
For me, I don't do math in my head, and if I can start calculating some shit, then you better start calling somebody to come and get me, because I don't do math in my head. So I don't have to worry about calculating unless it's like basic, like 0 to 10 math. No, that's when you're going to know it's going to be time to come and send me to the memory unit as well. So
Yes.
we don't want to disrespect anybody that is going through a family member dealing with any type of dementia. Mo and I have just always dealt with things with humor, whether it be right or whether it be wrong, but it's what has allowed us to be able to get through this with our father. So I don't want anybody to feel like it's just a very nonchalant topic. We've just decided that this is how we deal with it. I think our dad would laugh along with us if he knew, right? And so, but I don't want anybody to feel like we think that this is not a heavy topic. It's just, this is how the Austin girls choose to deal with some of it in our life. So
Yes.
don't want anybody to feel bad, or please don't come at us in the comments, because
not about the Alzheimer's, please.
Not about this, because it's been a rough couple of years, and it's been more than just a couple, but this is how we deal with it, for better or for worse. Like us. So anyway, yeah. Well, this has been a fun episode as always, right? I think we're like, I feel like we're getting like professional at this. Like, this is pretty good. I love this.
Well, I sent to you, like one of my friends sent the cutest like note, and I felt so like, thank you, Millie. I felt so.
I know. Thank you, Millie. That was so nice. That was so nice. Like, to think, like, we like sharing. I mean, we love talking to each other, and we talk about everything, and obviously anything under the sun. And so we're just very thankful that you for those of us that are here, like, you're 7 episodes deep, and we just appreciate it. So, and we hope to continue to just talk our shit.
Well, we're going to continue talking whether you like it or not.
I know, exactly. It's on this podcast.
Get on board.
Yeah, you might as well love us, because we're going to still talk the shit anyway. So I don't know what to tell you guys. So, all right. Well, we just always want to remind you, you can always find us on our Instagram. You can always comment, send us a message. We have an email address. It's all information is on our bio
and YouTube if you want to.
And YouTube if you want to see us talk shit. Not only listen to us, you can see us on YouTube as well. And we always like to remind people that, life is short, and you can be sweet if you want to, but always, always, always remain
petty.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.